So he didn't want anything to screw pooch with that. And I was like, all right. So we went up to the legal one. Yeah, all the way up there.
Anytime, sweetheart. Fucking go live.
I assume you're not calling me sweetheart. You're calling
It.
it sweetheart.
Check to see if it's live. Let's see if it's live. I don't know. What? I never restarted the goddamn. It says it's live. It says it's live.
Hey,
Hey, we're
it's
live?
starting to pop up.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're live. It's just being stupid. God dang it. Yeah, I for one welcome our new AI overlords.
Maybe this is the reason why it's not working is because the AI overlords.
Yeah, close everything else out. Okay.
It just doesn't like you.
Doesn't like me.
Yeah.
Can I get a light for this thing?
You mean this light?
Yeah.
There you go.
We can't change the tabs? So if you're typing in, I can't see shit because it's frozen. But it appears to be going out live. No, Amy just produced.
All right. Well, I can see it right now and do it over here.
This is what happens when I try to do new shit.
Yeah. And you try to do new shit all the fucking time.
I try to make it better every time. Every day and every way we're getting a little better.
I wouldn't say you're trying to make it better every which way, but like the screen so that way we can actually see when people type in and try to talk to us. I was like, the upgraded from cameras that were like from the 19, whatevers. Hey, look. See? I told you it was because of this.
Yeah, okay. You're right.
It was the YouTube studio that was stopping the.
Okay. We're good.
It finally let me close it.
So I can see your bullshit now. So, I'm Michael.
I'm Jacob.
This has been already what the fuck.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. When it's with you, it kind of immediately falls into that realm.
Thanks. Love you too, man.
Hey, dude, your good friend should be able to call you out on your stuff.
I know.
So at that point in time, that's all I do is just sit there and be like, what the fuck, Mike?
So, tonight, at Ted's recommendation, which we will start having him on as of next week.
Okay.
For 10 Minutes with Ted.
Aw.
Tuesday's 10-minute TED Talk. Or Talk with Ted, because I can't call it a TED Talk.
Yeah, you can't
There's copyright
dude,
law.
yeah, we're going to get fucking sued.
It's a Talk with Ted. The guy's name's Ted.
I understand that.
You can talk with Ted, but Ted talks.
Ted can't talk.
Ted.
So
Is he
Imperial. I don't know.
Is he gonna well, I can't even say like is he gonna speak with ASL because then it would still be him talking.
I got ASL.
Why are you showing people cactus? Oh, cacti.
That's what
I thought it was plural when you put the thumb out with it. So
Plural.
okay. So Imperial Jade. It's a great cigar. It was rated one of the highest cigars ever by the local cigar club. Personal favorite, Dave Ocean.
okay.
Personal favorite of mine. Ready. Slightly nutty. Kind of like me.
Did you say you're slightly nutty?
Slightly nutty.
Motherfucker, you're nuttier than squirrel shit.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate that. And of course, these are available right here at Los Cigars. They are the Imperial Jades. One of the best cigars ever. Best cigar ever. Bigliest cigar.
Amazing.
Okay. So, we lost talk. I'm gonna let you hit it.
We do.
You got the laws.
Yeah. So
the laws is here.
We got 55.
And we're not talking light anti-tank weapons.
No, we got 55 new laws or amendments, revisions that went into effect January 1st.
Because we didn't have enough laws.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to hit some of the highlights. I'm not going to hit all of them due to the factor of every time I go in and I look up the laws, you have to go in, then you have to find the amendment, then you have to see what you got to adjust it to it or anything else like that. It gets really tedious and annoying. Oh, but
I did want to throw one thing out before you start.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck, what happened now?
For me.
Scoreboard.
Okay.
So this last week, our dear friends at combination of Boko Haram and Al-Shabaab, your uncle's Bob,
Okay.
that terrorist group that we blew up in Nigeria,
Uh-huh.
police, rode their motorcycles into a packed market
Mm-hmm.
and mowed down, set fire to, kidnapped. But they succeeded in killing 30 people.
Okay.
Since they are a recognized terrorist group, which
Okay.
the United States has bombed, and they killed 30 people,
Mm-hmm.
mark one for me.
How does that mark one for him? I can't remember.
He had a terror attack with over 20 casualties by a recognized terror group is one of his 5 predictions.
Really?
Really?
I must have been looking something up during that period of time when he
That was
said
one of my
that.
first ones.
Oh yeah, because I was still going. I got 4 right now. I need 5.
But
So
yeah, so score one for me. But you had one too.
dick.
Well, his is pretty much there about, or was it his or was it Jeff's about the troops on the ground?
Mine was troops on the ground
Yep.
in Venezuela, and that was
Yep.
to say, hey, military base.
Yeah, you're pretty much
Yeah.
You're not there yet.
getting close.
You're not there yet.
There were technically boots on the ground.
Yes,
Yes.
that happened before.
But
But
that
we're talking
before.
sustainment. We're talking military occupation. Well,
So
you
Here's
just
we-
shot down my prediction for the new year for that, and so I'm like, all right, well,
that could still happen.
thanks, fuck.
We've got plenty to talk about on that front. So laws.
laws. Yeah, we 55 of them went through.
55
55
New
of
ones.
them
Okay.
came in. These are just some of the highlights. Lombardo crime law, of course, Safe Streets and Neighborhoods Act starts on the new year. The law increases penalties for a long list of crimes. Yep, just like that.
Good timing.
One of the big things is smash and grab robberies,
Okay.
because we saw what happened out in California, and we're like, no, we
What's up,
need
Sean?
to go through and fucking hit that shit more up. Assaults, battery, against hospitality employees,
Like-
aka because they're looking out for Reno and Vegas. That's all
Damn
they
it.
really care about.
You mean I can't molest my masseuse anymore?
Uh,
Highest paid player in the NFL?
oh, yeah.
Well, that's not going to happen.
And then, of course, it increases for DUIs involving a death, which, if I was really fortunate that we did not make a fast turn to drop off my mother-in-law because of that crash, that 5-car accident on 160.
Don't tell Brian Coonsey about this last one.
Okay.
You don't recall that? The jack wagon that killed that kid up at Homestead in 160 who got off with like 6 years?
Yeah.
Oh, the infant that.
Mm-hmm. Brian pled out.
So, and then, of course, it include a late amendment that law enforcement prohibits law enforcement officers to include immigration officers from entering school grounds without a warrant. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, but what if there's an active shooter?
Well, there's a problem right there.
Well, we all know CBPs who stopped them at Uvalde.
Mm-hmm. Mic up, you bastard.
Yeah, watch you using hand sanitizer.
Mic up, you bastard. That way we can hear you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure everyone can hear from here.
I'm sure they can. I just want to make
he
it
has a
official.
voice that carries.
I just want to make it official. Yeah, and speaking of that Uvalde jackass, he's on trial now.
So that is the Lombardo crime bill that went into effect on the new year. Another thing that went in is, this is where I have to laugh, because this is one of the goofball ones. Ghost kitchens. The ghost kitchen. This is Assembly Bill 116. This is to target kitchens that are representing a business that is not on an app, but you're representing them anyways. And it's a fine of up to $100 per order. So, like, if Chili's is not on the app and somebody's representing and saying, hey, order from Chili's, and you're ghost kitchening them,
Okay.
then you can get fined up to $100 per order that you fulfill.
Try to figure out how you do that.
Well, it's legitimately, it's something that's been going on in a lot of other states where you make it look like that, and you set up the menu to do that, but it's just feeding off coattails. So instead of low side cigar lounge, it'd be like low, but it'd be LO side cigar lounge as a fulfillment center, and that's where it's
But then are they
encroachment on the
cooking food,
brand and things
pretending
like
to
that.
be
No,
Chili's,
they-
or
Yes,
are they
you-
ordering?
Oh, really?
Yes, you are. That subsidiary is literally doing that because they're not originally on that app. Like they're not on Uber Eats or
Wow.
something of that nature, but they're fulfilling like that.
Which is easy enough to fake with certain things.
Yeah, I
Not
guess.
others.
Oh, no, I get it.
So
Fair
it's per order if the restaurant provides false or misleading licensing information, because that's the big thing. Is because if I order something from, you know, Dad's Diner, okay, I'm expecting it to be cooked by Dad's Diner. Now, if they're not on that application, but another competing uh, entity out here is fulfilling that
Uncle's
order,
Kitchen?
Uncle's Kitchen, then at that point in time, that's where all of a sudden it screws it up.
Yeah.
And that's where
They're
the fines
trading
go
up
into
somebody
place.
else's name and
Yeah. So it's a big time thing.
may or may not have all your food safety stuff and all that. Yeah.
Exactly.
Fair enough. I can deal with that.
So I'm like, oh, yeah, because I want proper representation with that. Another one that went into effect is for any political advertisements. If it has been modified by any which way with AI, it has to have it plastered on there. Modified with AI or prepared by AI or something of that
Similar
nature.
to how they have the paid for by.
Mm-hmm.
That
all
brings
kinds
something
of
to mind here
Okay.
that I want to make sure people are aware of. Our perpetual candidate for sheriff, Diane Sauter,
Oh,
is in violation of federal law.
yeah.
Yep, that's right. The person wanting to run for sheriff is in violation of both Nevada state campaign law and federal law right now.
What, put out signs way too early?
No.
She is advertising way too early, and she is putting things in mailboxes.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Thou shalt not put things in mailboxes.
Unless you are the postal carrier.
He doesn't have a postal stamp.
Precisely.
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
I'm getting ready to do in the spring an entire campaign where I've had flyers put in everyone's mailbox, but it's through the post office.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's the only way it's legal.
Right. It
Yeah.
has to be done through the post office.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not. Yeah.
Otherwise,
it can be considered a federal felony.
it is a
Yes.
federal felony.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she wants to be our sheriff.
Yeah.
We know that she put it in the mailbox,
Yeah, that's the one part that no one knows who actually put it there because no one saw her.
that she's not violating the dick or shit.
Yeah, that's the
Her
problem.
campaign
Fuck.
is. Because there's nowhere else to get those
It
flyers.
Could have. Well, no, it wasn't a flyer. It was just a card.
Yeah,
It
it
was
was a little.
like a
business
business
card.
card.
Yeah.
But one of her competitors could have gotten it and dropped it in the mailbox. Like I get where Matt's saying. It's
True.
It's all speculation.
Now-
Who put it there?
Well,
Now-
did she have similar cards the last time?
No. It has the year on it.
That's what I was asking. It had the year on.
Now, this is firsthand knowledge. Firsthand.
And has
'Cause
anybody else had one? Because I've only heard one.
there have been several.
Okay.
Firsthand knowledge because she was sitting next to me when I interviewed her last time around. She wanted to establish checkpoints on all entry points in Nye County, requiring searches of vehicles.
That's a clear violation of the Fourth Amendment.
Yes.
Agreed.
And she wanted to prohibit anyone from California from moving here.
Yeah, that's not. I mean, don't get me
Wow.
wrong. I agree with
Now,
the sentiment.
don't get me wrong. It's not a,
But it's
but
your
you
execution.
can't
That's
do that.
I agree with this.
Are you from California? And how long ago from California? Like,
Can
is
we
it
stop from
direct?
Chicago too? Because I hear that's
Yeah, that's where she's
from.
from.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Now, I'm just bringing up things I know firsthand because I interviewed
These
her
words out of her mouth.
and I was sitting there aghast the entire time. And that was back when I had to be a nice guy on the air.
Oh, yeah, because it was for the radio.
You're just gonna realize they're not politicians. You're actually law enforcement officers. You should probably
Yeah.
know the law.
Well, I mean, like we've
And
seen
be
that.
able to pass post,
We've seen that
which you
with
can't.
ours, where all of a sudden, hey, our politicians are sitting there, or our BOCC members are sitting there and being like, close down the park.
What?
And then there's nothing there for law enforcement to sit there and be like, you didn't.
Not
There's
forceful.
no laws that I can quote to sit here and say, hey,
You can't
you're
be here.
trespassing,
Yeah.
like you're doing that. type of
Just,
shit.
just like people who say it's against the law to drive in the left lane on the highway. No, it's not. It's against the law to impede traffic and not move out of people's way.
Yeah, fair
But there
enough.
are no laws that say I cannot travel in the left lane.
Unless you're in Arizona.
No, I'm saying
Well,
Nevada.
in
I'm talking
Nevada,
Nevada
yeah.
specifically. Like you go to states like Texas, it specifically says
Yes.
for passing only.
Yes.
Heck,
Right.
I was super
Mhm.
frustrated today because I was driving back from Vegas and I moved over to the left lane because there was somebody on the right side getting jumped. They were jumping the battery.
Oh, I thought
cars
I
behind
thought
me
you
did not move
saw a
over. I'm like,
mugging
"Hey,
and
you
just like,
drive
fuck this, I'm going out of the way. Fuck
I'm like,
that,
I'm
I'm
sorry.
good.
Behind me did not move over to the left, and I'm like,
Most people don't understand.
Yeah.
That's just etiquette. That's
like,
Yeah.
do you want that guy to get?
Carry on. I'm sorry I jumped your.
Well, it's all good. But it is for that. I'm glad that they're putting that in there. That hey, if they're doing that because of how many deep fakes or making them look
Oh yeah.
look like that, it's like yeah, we because there's so many sheeple out in the world. It's a really good sign that they have to
I'll
say,
tell you,
hey, it's
baby,
edited
that
by
does
this.
be
But
creative.
if you're believing everything that way, you're probably not going to read the edited with AI or deepfake by this AI. You're not going to read that, and you're just going to
Yeah.
believe it's true anyways. Next one would be the bounce house rules. This is AB 198, creates new rules for bounce houses and inflatable slides and regulates the businesses that operate them. This
Yay.
is systemic
Because we
back.
solved everything else.
Yeah. This is systemic back from a incident that took place back in 2019, so 6 years ago. So if you guys ever wonder how long it takes the government to process everything,
And that's only when a child dies.
yep, because
That
it
makes
was
it quicker.
it was a death. It was a
That
it was a
fixed it out
9-year-old.
in only 6 years.
And
It was a
legislate
9-year-old.
taxes, and then they want them paid immediately.
Yes.
January 1st.
Hey, that's a different entity.
April
That's
16th.
that's a different entity. Okay. I'm talking about the government, not the Federal Reserve or anything else
The
like
government.
that. Yeah,
The
big
government.
government.
The government.
The government. Because a 9-year-old was killed when a
Yeah,
bounce
not
house
looking
blew
like-
up and went into power lines. And it's like, okay, that sucks. But at
Shocking.
the same time,
Jeez, Mike.
one of the additional things of this is that a operator shall be present with a wind meter.
So an anemometer.
Uh-huh.
I need one.
At the location, so that way it goes to the lowest denominator, which is either manufacturer, what it says, or 15 miles an hour.
I don't want to be the bounce house when it hits 15 miles an hour, man.
Yeah,
I'm a
but-
big boy.
That's
15
requiring.
ain't gonna do much. It starts getting 20, 25. That's when you got to start worrying. 30 plus.
Now is
You know, hey, let's go take a ride.
now is this
Here we end up. Whee!
now my next question is this sustained wind? Or
No,
is this
it
gust?
literally just says if it hits 15 miles an hour,
Shut it down.
shut it down. No one's allowed on until it drops back below.
Okay, so it must be sustained.
Well,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. If it hits, if you're sitting there with that,
Okay,
it
so
says
it
for you
gusts
to
for
sit
10
there.
seconds. By the time you can go tell the kids to get
Get
the
the
hell out,
fuck off.
it's already gone.
It's already
Yep.
gone.
Okay, party on.
Yep. Call.
Party up. Party on.
Yep. But we know this out here. We get those gusts that reach that very easily
And quickly.
and quickly.
Because not only that, some of them come out of like I've been in my backyard. It was completely
Out of
calm.
nowhere.
And out of nowhere, we get a dust devil that comes through there, rips everything. I mean, tosses patio furniture like
Yep.
Hey,
there's no way you can see that coming.
I've had my my hot tub cover literally just thrown off, and I was like, "What the fuck
Yeah,
came
it
in my
tossed patio
backyard?"
furniture all the way across my that wicker patio furniture.
oh yeah, it,
Tossed a piece of that all the way across into my fence and knocked a hole in my gate, my metal gate.
mhm.
But going through and reading this bill, it had so many additional things for that to include that the operator has to have $1 million liability, either bonded or insurance. And I was like, "Holy
I'll be honest,
crap!"
that really doesn't cost that. I have a
Yeah,
$2
it
It
million
really doesn't.
Okay,
on mine, and I think for the whole year for my liability was like $800.
okay.
Oh, so just so you all know who's talking there, that is my buddy Ryan, who runs All In Pest Control Solutions, our official pest control company.
Yay!
Just get
All
the
in
name right.
There's no
Solution.
control.
There's no
There's no control. Okay, he
We offer
controls.
solutions, not control.
Fine.
Yes, because we know around here you cannot control where the rodents or pests go. All of a sudden, it's like they have this weird
Especially the
random.
two-legged ones.
We can try.
So, but yeah, that. Thank you for the input on that. That yes, I understand that doesn't cost that much. But the big thing that struck me is it took the people who are renting it out of the equation
Well, no,
completely.
what it did was just something else lobbied by the insurance companies.
Yeah, it shifted.
Because how many bounce house? I mean, I don't know how many people I've met running bounce house companies, and they did, especially out here in Vegas. You see them all the time,
Mhm.
and they're like, how can we screw these people? The insurance, because they want everybody to be insured for every possible reason.
Hmm.
And then when it comes time to claim, they just say, nah,
Denied.
yeah, nah, for whatever stupid reason.
Oh yeah. Well, because part of that
The
was
Palisades for a perfect example. There.
Yeah.
which is one of the things that I'm going to get into right quick. Wildfire insurance under Assembly Bill 376. Insurance companies can now exclude wildfire coverage and have it be its own entity, sort of like flood insurance, where you can have that separate.
Yeah, like most of us here are in flood zones,
Yeah.
and I have to pay for separate flood
Yeah.
insurance.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's like $500 a year.
Are
Same
they
here.
going to drop my rates because I don't need wildfire insurance?
I don't know.
I don't need wildfire insurance either.
No.
So it's just intriguing in that aspect to see. It will be intriguing to see if insurance decreases at all. What are you looking at?
That 9.
What are you looking at, sir?
There's
There's a
a
9 in my face.
Never does.
Oh, that is odd. It's not an actual
stop
line.
playing with both your fingers on
Okay,
that
it's
thing.
gone now.
It was something you did to the
It
touch
must have been
screen.
something I done.
Jesus, Mary.
You broke it.
Once again,
If there's going to be lines on my
Like a little
face, I want to
fucking
have
toddler.
them.
There are lines on your face,
I know.
but they're not straight. Just so you know.
They're wrinkles.
Yeah. Bingo.
Lines?
Yeah, right across your forehead, just like mine. See?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. same
Yeah.
thing.
Lines? Ron? Allegedly.
Rails?
Jesus. So yeah,
He's off the rails, just means he stopped for a little bit.
it's one. They now have it to where insurance companies can have that as a separate entity, which is important for us to push out there, just due to the factor of, hey, rules change, and I would hate if all of a sudden my
Yep.
homeowner's
Double-
insurance I didn't know, and
double check your
wildfire
shit.
comes through, and they're like, I'm sorry,
You're not covered for that.
denied, because you did not update your policy.
Even worse, like when you look at the Palisades, all these people were denied. And on top of that, some of the ones that weren't, who, you know what, I have cash. I'm just going to go ahead and rebuild until it comes through. They're like, nah, we're not issuing building permits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but you still expect me to pay my property tax.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
fine.
don't forget that.
Well, you have
Yes.
cash.
Or they started fining people for not clearing out
Quickly enough.
quickly enough, or after the fire, weeds started to grow in, because we all know about that shit. You have a fire, and all of a sudden everything starts to come back to life.
As soon as it rains.
And so the city was trying to fine people for not taking care of their lawn maintenance.
I'm sorry. You should find the people who had the gall to send that out and string them up by whatever their private parts are.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It is LA, so I'm not going to speculate on
Got both. You got both.
Jeff's right, but the mortgage company is going to make you carry it anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Here, where there's no wildfires.
If
Yeah.
you have
if
a
you're in a
mortgage.
place where that's a thing.
Yep.
Yeah, like, and if you live in the forest, you have to have wildfire.
So it doesn't really.
Dude, I would laugh
But then
my
you have
ass
somebody
off.
like my neighbor who does not have flood insurance because
Yeah.
he does not have a mortgage.
I would laugh my ass off if
Well, the
all of a
insurance
sudden they
companies
start
lost their
requiring
ass
you
when
to cross.
Obamacare just got repealed. So now they got to make it back somehow. I know different insurance, but big insurance.
What else
is
we
big
got,
insurance.
Jacob?
AB 388, which would require
Insurance is insurance.
private employees with more than 50
Well, I
employees to
understand
provide
that.
paid family leave.
What are you wondering?
Okay.
And of course, SB 217, which guarantees the right to assist for reproductive treatment, including vitro fertilization. Just going through and saying, hey, it's going through a different way. And then, oh, sorry, these are vetoed bills
Oh, okay.
that went up to the governor and got vetoed. And then, of course, the last with that was the semi-open preliminary elections, allowing nonpartisan voters to request either a Republican or
Good.
Democrat
Fuck
ballot.
that thing.
Unfortunately, Democrat.
Fuck that thing.
Glad that got vetoed.
So,
Very easily.
and of course, because of the shortfall that we had with federal funding for SNAP, we did have a last-minute thing for that. So, of course, Nevada went through, had their own special little gathering, and that went through and did that.
Okay.
So we have more coverage with that.
Fair enough.
But that is
Well,
the
there's
gist of it. There is one for if there is a wildfire and smoke exceeds a certain amount,
uh-huh.
for larger companies, and
Our taxes go up.
it, well, it literally just tells people like, hey, if the pollution gets, or if the smoke from that gets too heavy, puts in some more safeguards, so that way it protects the populace. But it was really interesting because part of that excluded truckers, excluded this. So it's like, oh, you're an essential worker.
You're screwed.
Make all the smoke you want.
Yeah, get fucked. Deal with it.
So there's one in California I want to bring up because it impacts your wife.
Well, I mean,
It's
that was all the stuff that I had for definitely for Nevada. Yeah.
There's one in California I want to bring up because people drive to Nevada from here, or not drive from Nevada to California.
Yeah.
Okay.
California will now be requiring booster seats regardless of age based on size.
He's still gonna. Oh, actually, your wife's definitely.
That's
still
why
gonna
I'm
need
saying your wife,
I am above the.
I believe it is 5'4" and
No, it is
Oh Jesus.
4'8".
4'8",
Smartass, you're just saying
Booster
4'4"
seats.
because I'm just under
California.
4'8" and 90 pounds.
it. 4'8". No, that's the line in California. 5'3". Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, they changed it so you have to have a
No.
booster seat if you're under a certain height and or under a certain weight.
Okay,
Oh,
because
yeah, my
I'm
tower
looking into this right now.
So pretty
Just
much
doing
everyone in Hollywood's gonna be required to wear one.
Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
well. What I'm looking at right now is the current one. This is before January 1st, 2027.
Yes.
Is under 8-year-old must use a car seat or booster seat in the back seat.
Regardless of size.
8-year-olds or taller than 4'9" may use the seatbelt, but booster seat is the safest until they pass a 5-step test, which it didn't say what the 5-step is. And all children should ride in the back seat until age of 13. Now, the one that goes into effect in 2027 is the 5-step test, which the child must sit with their back against the seat, knees bending comfortably at the edge, shoulder belt on the collarbone, not neck or on the arm, lap belt low on the thighs, and maintain that position for the whole trip. Yes, it needs to meet all 5 for no booster seat. And that is for ages 8 to 16. So my wife is clean and clear, even, but she still meets the height requirement because she is above 4'9".
Yes.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, that's one of those things where once again we're gonna do this, but I recall that time again where, like Ryan was saying earlier, hey, we're gonna keep on throwing stuff out there to make you do this. But the thing is that if people don't follow it, what are they gonna do? Oh, we're just gonna fine the shit out of you. We're gonna have a new revenue stream.
California's seatbelts are a primary offense, so they can pull you over for it and search your vehicle.
Mhm.
Yeah. I
Just
try
open
to
the-
practice that as much as possible.
You ready to have some more fun with this?
Sure.
Or did you have more to add to that?
No, let's have some more fun.
Another law that's going into effect out there is the new extra tax on all products with non-removable batteries. All right. So you know that.
Rechargeable batteries.
So there are some exclusions because they didn't want to fuck with the single-use puffers because it included nicotine. They were like, no, we can't tax that.
The nicotine.
But here's the thing.
They're already taxing that enough.
That means that if you have a Wonder Wand,
oh my,
that has a battery in it, you are going to be hit with a 1.5% tax on top because it has a non-removable battery.
How about Teslas?
And
EVs.
I would have to go in through this.
Yeah. Does that count for drivable?
I would have to go through and double check that. It is capped at $15 per item for the max, so it might include EVs, but it's the purpose of the surcharge is to expand existing electronic waste recycling programs. The funds collected are intended to help cover the cost of safely disposing of products containing hazardous material like lithium-ion batteries.
And I love how they start with intended.
Yeah, which can pose fire hazards in landfills and recycling facilities. That went into effect on the first of the month. Now, here's one of the really interesting things about this.
Sure.
That includes items like PlayStations that have a small. Nope, those are excluded.
Not nicotine.
Oh,
So I couldn't see, but it said about single-use puffers. About single-use puffers, it was just saying, nope, those are excluded because they didn't want to deal with that. And I'm pretty sure if that would go across the board, because I'm pretty sure they thought about that. Because if the government is collecting taxes on that, they're already hitting that for the alternative puffers and things of that nature.
Yeah, but
There's plenty of taxes
PlayStations,
with those, too.
computers, cell phones,
Yeah.
greeting cards.
I mean,
Yeah,
cell phones,
greeting cards.
cell phones technically their batteries are all removable though.
No. Cell phones?
It has to be removable without a tool.
Easily removable. So it's for anything that you would have to take apart to be able to remove that. Not like old school ones where the slide cover,
yeah.
you could take it out, put it in, do all that. But yeah, this goes all the way down to the singing and greeting cards. So, where we could probably buy it here for like $3 to $5. Of course, California's like, no, it's going to cost $10 and the surcharge on top and the
I
taxes
feel
on
bad
top.
for whoever manages these retail stores and has to manage that POS and put in exactly what has to get this tax.
Because of the POSs that told them that they had to.
Yep.
Yeah.
I feel bad for whoever has to categorize everything. Oh my God.
So, yeah, that went into effect, and it did make me laugh because it literally, the quick little synopsis literally says PlayStation, Power Tools, and even some greeting cards. This new fee went into effect on that. But I'm like sitting there and I'm like, what type of Power Tools doesn't have a removable battery? And I was like, oh, the cheap ones at Walmart and Wonder Ones.
Hey,
It's like,
I use as a concrete vibrator. Okay.
so
That's your excuse. Okay.
Oh, we were just talking about trial begins for former Uvalde school officer.
Yeah.
Good.
Hang him.
If it
so
wasn't for CBP, a lot more kids would have died.
yeah, that was another funny one that I saw coming into effect. So I'm wondering how many people from California are going to make their, migration pattern into Las Vegas to be able to buy those things because they don't want to get hit with an extra $15 on top.
Magazines, greeting cards.
Yes, just imagine, if you will, a world where greeting cards become
Weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah, the pure and simple factor of them sitting there and just being like, nope, we're gonna have a tax on this, tax on this, tax on that, because we already know that this year Valero is shutting down
They're gone.
The refinery.
their
yeah.
their
Well, not only
refinery.
that, but look what happened with all the gas pumps in California now, because each one of them required, to pay $1 million for the tank, and they've lost over 500 gas stations. They're just disappearing in California now.
Yeah,
'Cause
wow.
people aren't paying it. They're like, it's just $1 million extortion tax is all
Yeah.
it is, and everyone's like, no, we'll leave. Good luck.
Well, it
Look,
just reminds me
everybody.
of the back in the day, like the mom and pops places
Well, that's
in
gone.
the remote
That's
areas.
gone.
Yeah, those are gone.
Yeah, and those keep on disappearing because one, they're not a conglomerate that has $1 million.
Well,
to
the
just
reason
drop.
is the same reason that they started pushing EVs. They don't want people traveling too far.
Mm.
Mm.
That's literally what it all is. That's what it all amounts to.
And if you do travel, we want you to travel on government entities like city transit or state
So we can
transit.
track your movement.
hmm
And then we set up toll booths and everything else to track your movement.
Once again, going back to the person who wants to be elected sheriff sitting there and saying, "Hey, I want to have
Roadblocks.
checkpoints."
Yeah, that's insanity. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
tell me you know nothing about
Like
the
I said,
Constitution with the Bill of Rights. That's all I
If I wasn't sitting
mean,
next to
literally,
her
the
when
fourth one that says you can't do that.
if I wasn't sitting next to her when she said it, I wouldn't believe it.
Yeah. because that's a big time thing is just sitting there and just being like, yeah, and I agree with you, Ryan, on that, where it's like, yeah, they want to control your movement, they want to track you, they want to be able to have all that power and control. And you were saying one of your favorite quotes was what? You'd rather have it.
Oh, peaceful freedoms over. I'm sorry, I'd rather have dangerous freedoms over peaceful slavery. Anyway.
Yeah, yeah. Which is a very eloquent quote to sit there and say that. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather have dangerous freedom
Jefferson.
Than peaceful slavery.
yeah, than peaceful slavery.
No,
No.
That's Jefferson.
not by a few hundred years.
Now Ryan does say a lot of cool stuff, but I mean
That one wasn't.
that one was a little
created.
bit of step above. So I'm glad that he didn't go. No, that's 100% me.
No,
Because we see that all the time, where somebody's like, "Oh yeah," it's like,
came up
"Oh,
with
you
that.
read
Oh,
a
yeah.
book and now you're just plagiarizing it."
yeah.
What?
I'll do that later. What is she got? Anything?
That's it that I have. That was literally laws, and this started literally because one of my California comedian friends literally posted that where it's like your greeting card's gonna cost you more because it has a non-removable battery, and I was like, what other laws came into effect? When we rang in the new year, because a lot of people don't know.
But they expect you to.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because what's the old saying? Ignorance of the law is never an excuse.
yeah.
Unless you're a cop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Then they can totally be ignorant of the law. You can say, well, that's not how it is. Motherfucker, I'm a cop.
Yep.
And
You need to do what
I'm
I
running for
tell you to
sheriff.
do.
that's like people say, I'm a gun expert. I know way more than you because I was in the military.
Oh.
Sorry, bro, but I doubt it.
So let's talk some things military.
Okay.
I've been sitting here and doing some work. At things that make me go,
There's a lot of things that make you go, hmm. So what are the things that make you go?
So looking specifically on the raid into Venezuela,
Okay.
things are not adding up to me on several layers.
Okay.
First and foremost, do not buy your radar systems from Temu,
Okay.
because supposedly the Chinese gifted some of their new fancy quantum radar, see your stealth 300 miles out radars
And we're going to roll right in with helicopters.
They had no
to the Venezuelans.
Yeah, because I saw something about that where they were just using civilian.
But now keep in
Tracking.
mind, on those helicopters, we can fly in way below the deck. You fly in below the deck, it's going to be much harder for them to pick up your signature.
True.
Yes, but these radars, supposedly, according to the Chinesians, 300 miles away.
At what altitude?
F-35s,
No,
F-22s.
but that's what altitude are they picking up at? What's their minimum altitude? Because that's your deck. If you're flying
Yes.
below the deck, which helicopters generally do,
Right.
especially if they're being launched off a boat that's right out there in the sea.
Supposedly,
Yeah.
these radars were sitting right out there on the mountain range that they had to go over.
Okay,
So,
but they still radar goes up. It doesn't go out and down.
depending,
Well,
these are supposed to be horizon based. They're supposed to be able to see you,
but they still
according to
have a
the
minimum.
Chinese brochure.
Yeah,
Therein lies the rub.
but can you read Chinese? I know I can't, and I guarantee the people in Venezuela couldn't either.
No, and that may well be the first part of the problem.
Operator error.
The second part is we weren't using all stealth aircraft.
Mm.
You don't need stealth aircraft when you're below the deck.
That's the reason why the B-1 was stealth before stealth.
Yeah.
Because it was designed
It flew
to
so
Too
low.
fly below the radar.
Yeah,
In the cracks
that's
in the
why below the
crevices.
radar is a saying.
Is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
We were using Generation 4 fighters
Okay.
for some of the operations, which Generation 4 fighters are not stealth at all.
Yeah.
F-18s, they don't.
But in all reality, from the distance they were coming, they didn't even need 300 miles out. These motherfuckers are 30 miles out of the boat that they were launching from and shit.
So that's
by
number.
the time anyone figured out what was going on, they were already on top of them.
And gone.
That's item possibly the first. The second part of that is the Russians had gifted them S-300, S-400 air defense systems,
Okay.
integrated air defense systems, top of the line Ruski stuff.
Oh, so you're wondering I'm wondering
Top
if
of the
your
line Ruski
thought
stuff.
Okay,
process
so we-
on this is that was it A, set up properly?
Okay, I can tell you exactly what happened.
B, was it turned on?
It had a command control center that I guarantee that boat sent a Tomahawk to blow up first because it was all military targets that they hit first.
Right.
That is true.
Yes.
So I guarantee you, whatever that command and control was for that got hit first. They did all their homework first.
Right.
I guarantee you, they had CAD guys on the ground for weeks putting this whole operation
Oh,
together,
sure.
if not months.
But each one of those units is able to be locally controlled. In theory.
Did we go in and go?
Well, considering we're talking about Russian and Chinese technology,
Yes.
I'm surprised it didn't catch fire without anyone touching it.
So far, those are 2 items.
Yeah.
2 items that are questionable.
Well, again, I can come up with exactly what could have happened. Potentially. Like I
Okay.
said.
Reserve judgment until I hit all my points.
Okay.
So, those 2 items. Item number the 3rd is the amount of air defense that happened. There was one instance of a shoulder launch that's verifiable.
That's to be expected.
1. Not a lot. 1. Okay?
One guy was smart enough to be like,
1 guy.
Everyone else is like, nah, the systems will get them. The system. The other guy's like, fuck the system. And then Delta guys ran in and smoked everybody.
They also have extensive radar-controlled anti-aircraft artillery, which did not engage at all. That can even be visually sighted. You fly a helicopter, and I'm gonna visually sight you.
But again, is a lot of this stuff being automated and does it have a command control center?
Well, guys on the ground that it is able to be visually sighted. So,
but the guys still have to get to those. Like I said, if they pick a time,
supposedly,
if you send Delta guys in, they're going to knock out all the manable things, while surface-to-surface missiles come in and knock out
the next portion of things that is hinky.
Okay.
From video on the ground, civilian journalists, international journalists, and the Venezuelans themselves, plus damage assessments. 2, and only 2 air defense systems were hit.
Okay.
One was a short-range Russian job. One was a medium-range Russian job. Okay? The short-range Russian job was in the city. Lousy place for it. The medium-range job was sitting in the middle of a runway away from everything else.
Okay.
Which is not where you put. And this was at a base that was 200 miles away.
So it's
from Air
basically
Force.
relying on radar to engage at that distance. So
why is it in the middle of a runway away from everything else?
Huh?
maybe that's to stop anything from landing, and that was its original designation.
Okay, if we're going to suppress air defenses, you're going to suppress air defenses. You're going to knock out radars, Craig. You're going to knock out other things that go with that air defense system.
Yeah.
2 items. 2 items.
But like I said, with boots on the ground, especially special operations, I guarantee they had all this shit planned already well before. They're only guys to come in and snatch and grab. I guarantee you there was at least 2 teams already on the ground still before this operation even took place.
The only casualties on the ground reported are 32 Cubans.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
32 Cubans?
Cubans. No Venezuelans.
Some of the Cuban military was there. I mean, if you look at the proximity between Cuba and Venezuela, it's just a little
They've
bit.
got a military alliance.
I mean, fuck, I think Cuba's closer to Venezuela than it is Florida.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, Colombia is actually bracing for refugee surge from Venezuela after the U.S. airstrikes. And
After all done partying and then shooting at each other.
Well, we were seeing. We had somebody where it's like conflicting once again. Hey, was that previous partying that happened or that?
Well, I can tell you it's not partying today.
Well, I was
because the collectivos are out in force.
Hmm?
The citizen militia, who are one of the only armed groups of citizens in Venezuela, because they took away all their guns, are now roaming the streets, searching phones, searching individuals, detaining journalists, and shooting people.
Wow.
Ew.
Ooh,
So-
we are getting this much closer to boots on the ground because Trump
Now,
sat there and
at
said,
the
"Hey,
end of
we're
the
gonna."
day, the boots on the ground are going to be limited. It's going to be an intelligence team that's going to get a target package. They're going to laze it, and it's going to get hit by a fucking missile from one of those boats that's out in the sea.
Maybe.
Now, here is where I'm going with all this. There are a couple of scenarios in my mind. A deal was struck to extract Maduro.
Mm.
Mineral
Now-
and oil.
No, just Maduro.
Oh, okay.
To pull him out of the country. But very much like the strike against Qatar by the Iranians, there had to be space-saving measures.
Mm.
Which
So-
means someone's going to get their ass fed to the crowd. The sacrificial lamb, if you will.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why you trot out a medium-range air defense system in the middle of nowhere and you blow it up. And you blow up a short-range system very close into the palace.
Okay.
And you don't engage.
We put up a fight.
We put up a fight. Save face for the new government that just made a deal.
I'm wondering if, what was it, Machado had something to do with that.
The current vice president, who's acting president, has since inked a deal for $2 billion of oil to go directly to the United States.
Yeah.
Yep.
It just makes me wonder if that may not have been the case here.
Yeah.
Secondarily, that could be the military itself decided not to engage.
Yeah.
We're
We
not
don't
going to.
want that smoke.
We don't want that smoke. We're going to shut down our radars. We're going to shut down our
Yeah.
operations. You come on in, take the guy.
Because if
One guy.
we kill any of these, they're going to send a whole lot more.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's a thought on my on my process, as opposed to this grandiose strike that worked so well. Things don't work
I
out
think
that good.
essentially this ended up just being a coup d'etat without, they didn't have to use their own military. They used ours.
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's what I'm thinking may have happened here.
Yeah.
And now they're in process of consolidating power with the collectivos and the Colombian militias.
Well, like I said, if they keep doing that, then yeah, there's definitely going to be boots on the ground. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah. There's a large thing of that. Well, one of the reasons why it might be less of boots on the ground is because United Nations also, the Security Council condemned Maduro's what they're calling an abduction. Because of course he pleaded not guilty.
Oh, and how about this list of senators that got released by? I don't know. I mean, that hasn't been vetted yet.
Yeah, it has not been vetted.
But man, 60 out. If it's true, 60 out of 100 senators.
Yeah.
Are on that list.
May have been on the payroll.
Wow.
Yeah. 60 out of 100 are on that list.
Payroll list for what?
From Venezuela.
Basically, to run block, to don't let anyone do any of the stuff that Trump just did to us.
Wow.
Yeah,
So,
So that way, if it went to a vote, you'd have,
correct.
deadline.
60. And
Yeah.
that includes Republicans.
Yeah.
Both ends of the aisle were on that
Yeah.
list.
yeah, that's always a scary thought because then you're like, great, so you're just showing more of the corruption that's in there where people are being bought off left and right.
Again,
So let's
meet
talk
the new boss, same as the old boss.
let's talk briefly about that statement there that this was an abduction. Now,
No, it's serving of a federal warrant that was issued by Biden.
Yep, because that was issued back in 2020.
yep, it's a Biden warrant.
Well,
We
2021.
did.
It wouldn't have been 2020 because Trump was.
2020 would
Yeah.
have been a Trump warrant. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you look back historically, we've intervened, I
it
believe,
was all of 2020. Trump was still in
15 times in South and Central America since 1948, for various good reasons, bad reasons, etc. You look recently, Grenada was a very similar situation. You had a ruler who had elections, kind of like Maduro did, invalidated the elections and stayed in power.
Mm-hmm.
With the backing of the Organization of Caribbean States, we fixed that problem in Grenada. A federal warrant was served on one Manuel Noriega in Panama. Very similar. Very similar things also happened in the 2000s and the 90s and the 80s and the 70s and the 60s with Haiti. Every 3 years. Every 3 years we seem to go in and,
Although I don't really consider Haiti in that same South American. I mean, they don't speak Spanish. They're not brown.
I kind of lump the whole area there together. But every time a tin pot dictator in Haiti coup d'etats and denies elections, we seem to be more than happy to go in there and
Well, third world countries are notorious for literally getting in some shit bag that doesn't want to leave.
the
enriches
CIA
himself, enslaves everybody else.
and the
then
CIA
stories
puts
get
them in
told about it.
power, and the CIA takes them out of power, and the CIA puts them in power. And then we get Pinochet, and then we
Yes,
get
that was your peak right there in Chile. Just being ashamed. Like we went from a bunch of filthy communists to we're throwing you out of helicopters.
so. This is not unprecedented. This is not something new that Trump has decided to do.
No.
Actually, if you want to look at somebody, old Shifty Shift was bitching at Trump in his last term. Well, why haven't you taken care of this guy? You seem to be buddy with him. Why isn't he gone?
Mhm.
Just saying.
But then when he goes and does it after being invited in,
Yes,
you know,
I am here. Come and get me.
come
Why
and
didn't
get
you do
me.
it without
This is
asking us
exactly where
first?
I'm at.
Yeah.
Don't take too long.
Which is the other part of why I'm leaning on that deal was struck, because that happened a few days before this whole operation. I'm wondering if that was not the signal to come get him.
Mm. By the way, the issue was the the charges were pushed against him March 26th of 2020 while Trump was in office.
But
So-
when's the warrant issued?
That's when the warrant
That
was.
was
Oh,
when
so it was
Biden
it-
issued the
original one.
No, Biden issued the bounty,
Okay.
which the new guy has also a $50 million bounty on his head.
So, yeah, that was that. That
So since Trump decided to do it, does he get to collect the bounty?
I don't know. I'd give the bounty to the spec op guys.
hey, no, because we all know how
Yeah.
that went with the guy
split it
who
with all the
with-
cat guys.
with
off the CEO, and they're like, no, because you didn't call the specific line. You called the cops, therefore you don't get to collect the bounty. It's like, you motherfuckers. I led to the capture, and yet you guys are like, nope.
No.
Hey, it's just like insurance companies.
Company denied.
Well, yeah. When my rear diff goes out, and the lady on the phone for the warranty company goes, "Do you have all the records for all your oil changes and services done?"
Like, how does
Oh,
that?
And I'm
Yeah,
like, "Man, how the fuck does that affect my rear
Yeah.
diff?" I'd really love to know.
that's one of the things that I can't stand on like the automotive insurance. Is
Yeah.
they're just like, oh yeah, no. If you don't have all your oil changes, all the documentation for that,
But I was
something that has
10,000
nothing to do with it.
I was hit by a
Insurance is
drunk
insurance is
driver.
insurance. What are you insuring?
Yeah.
And can they say yay or nay to you?
Can they deny your claim?
Yeah, That's
If
it.
they can deny your claim, then you are just handing over money because the government told you that you had to have that insurance.
And then the government didn't tell them that they had to honor it.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Cigar.
you like it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying
Well,
it.
it's
Good.
almost done.
I don't know. We're getting toward the end of the show. We got a little bit of time left. The other thing that bothers me in this whole situation, and I hate to sound like one of them loony libbies, but every once in a while, stop clock.
Okay.
You know what else was supposed to happen the day the raid took place?
The release of the Epstein files.
Bingo. But why are they redacted?
Yeah, that's another great question.
I'm sitting there. Like I said, I'm wanting that to get below the 20%.
I know. So you, but
Good luck.
it strikes me as convenient.
Yeah.
Convenient timing.
So of course, sort of the Johnny Cochran look over here, not over here. Yeah.
It is one of those things. Just saying.
Yeah, because that always intrigues me when all of a sudden something like that happens, where it's like, hey, this was supposed to happen, but
Look at
But our
this.
attention is taken over here.
yeah, look over here.
Yeah.
So it's
And my other question, which is boggling a bit, why New York?
why New York?
Yeah.
As in
Why is he in New York?
federal courts system, and they're the ones who issued the warrant.
Right. The federal courts issued the warrant. You know how many federal courts there are? Lots.
Okay.
Lots of federal courts. All over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Why specifically New York? Why not
Why not in Florida, are you saying?
Exactly.
Too close to Cuba?
Why not a more friendly jurisdiction?
Yeah.
Mm.
Because New York has this bad habit of doing politically theatered courtrooms.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's remember Trump. Yeah.
Yeah.
34 felonies later.
If I was to want this guy convicted and guarantee a conviction, Florida's my place. I'm also more likely to be able to get a Spanish-speaking jury in Florida,
Well,
as opposed to New York,
that
which,
can go either way.
well, true, but it takes away an angle. It takes away an appeal angle. The translation was bad.
I mean, at the end of the day, the translation, all the arguments being done by lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah, English.
yeah, which is all going to be done in English. The translation is only going to be during direct testimony given by anyone who happens to speak Spanish.
Exactly. Who's going to be testifying?
Well, how much testimony is going to be in Spanish?
We don't know yet.
I guess that's really the
That's
question.
going to be a big question. Is he going to take the stand himself? Because he doesn't speak doesn't speak English well.
And I think he speaks enough to get his point across.
Now, I've already been looking at the angle the defense attorney is going to be bringing up, because they had to, in their arraignment today, kind of disclose the defense that's going to be used. They're using twofold. First, sovereign immunity and official acts.
Mm-hmm.
He is not technically, per that last election, the leader of that country.
Mm-hmm.
What are you saying, Sean?
Oh, he had
Yes,
banking
when they-
transactions go through Southern.
Okay,
New
well,
York
that'll work.
Circuit.
That'll work. Okay, thanks, Sean.
That would make
That'll
sense.
make sense. I guess that gives them jurisdiction.
And a better reason of going there.
Fair enough, I guess.
So all of a sudden, hey, that's what ties into the narco terrorism. So
Yeah, true. Sean also says that that's the jurisdiction that issued the warrant, which I
Yeah.
can drag in front of any court with a federal warrant. So the question is he the legitimate leader? There's a good argument that he's not. And
Well-
narco-terrorism is not an official act of any government.
It
they were
should
saying
be.
they were saying
I
that
would question Mexico would have something to say to you about that, though.
they were saying
That's not an official act.
with that that he was pretty much the figurehead of the cartel
Mm-hmm.
down there. The other aspect of that is during the last election, a lot of the other governments did not acknowledge him as president.
Correct.
So
67% of his own people didn't acknowledge him. as
yeah,
president.
so at that point in time, they're not saying that hey, he is the president. They're going after him under charges of narco terrorism.
Right, but the defense could argue, or is going to try to argue, that as a head of state, he has sovereign immunity,
Yeah.
which means you can't charge a head of state with crimes during their office.
But like you said, he was no longer head of state.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so they can get him for the
That's
last.
that's a reasonable counter argument. And again, who the hell cares?
We'll see how this goes.
There's also an outstanding ICC warrant on him,
There's a what?
International Criminal Court,
Oh, okay.
and a judgment against Venezuela
Mm.
for their seizure of private assets,
Yeah.
where they went from the second largest economy in South America to
They're citizens eating zoo animals.
eating zoo animals. Though, in their defense, I've always wanted to have a zebra.
Is zebra steak striped?
I've had myself ostrich, and that was pretty good. And gator. Gator's pretty all right.
You're not a man until you eat some fucking tiger.
Boy,
I got tiger blood in my veins.
Tigers, I'm not for sure. You can't have them. They're no good. So, how do you feel about that cigar?
I think it speaks for itself. Outer wrapper held out very well. I'm seeing a little bit of flakage here at the
Wow.
end, but that's also because like I've been holding it this entire time, and got to go through and do that. But
Okay.
smokes really well, good flavor.
Look-
I see the little bit of nuttiness that you were talking about,
Yeah.
which is really nice.
Would you smoke it again?
Yes.
This producer,
100%.
100% smoke it again?
10 of 10, and I'm in the
10
same
out of 10?
place where, yeah, very little left.
I have less than the wrapper that's on right over there with the angry nub left.
So again, I will also give this a definitely will smoke it again. It's the Jade. Have them here at Low Side Cigar Lounge. Pick one up.
Yeah.
They're definitely a go-to. So with that, anything, Miss Producer?
No, I'm good.
Who are you?
I'm Jacob.
I'm Michael.
Thanks
What
for
the
coming on, Ryan.
fuck?
Later.
Thanks, fuckers.